In this video, we are going to learn how to solve a quadratic equation by using the factorization method. In the previous video, we have learned solving the quadratic equation by using the completing squares method. Now, in the factorization method, first of all, we need to multiply these two numbers. We need to find the product of these two numbers. So let me write that the product is 3 times minus 20. This is equal to minus 60. Then we have to find two numbers whose multiplication comes out to be minus 60. We need to find such two numbers whose product is minus 60 and whose sum need to be equal to minus 7. Now let's say if I write two numbers, let's say 1 multiplied by minus 60, this is equal to minus 60, but the sum of 1 and minus 60 is minus 59. Similarly, if I multiply, if I write 2 multiply by minus 30, we will get minus 60 as well, but plus 2 and minus 30 is minus 28. We want to have the sum equals to this. We want to have the sum equals to minus 7. So again, we can write 3 multiply by minus 20. This is also equals to minus 60, but minus 3 plus minus 20, plus 3 minus 20 is minus 17. This is not equal to that minus 7. Similarly, 4 into minus 15 will also give us minus 60, but plus 4 minus 15. 4 plus minus 15 is the sum of both of these numbers is again minus 11. 5 into, we can write 5 into minus 12. This is also equals to minus 60 and plus 5. This is plus 5. So plus 5 plus minus 12. This gives us minus 7. So we got that minus 7 if we multiply 5 with minus 12. So 5 into minus 12 is minus 60. We got that same product, and the sum of both of these numbers is minus 7. So these are the desired two numbers that we need to find, right? So the method is that we need to multiply 3 with minus 20. We get some product, and that product is minus 60. Then we have to find such two numbers whose product is minus 60 and whose sum is minus 7. So 5 and minus 12 are those two numbers whose product is minus 60 and whose sum is minus 7. So then we can split this minus 7x is 5 plus 5x minus 12x. So we can write this quadratic equation like this: 3x squared. We will split this minus 7x term into two terms, and we can write this minus 7x is plus 5x minus 12x minus 20 equals to 0. So plus 5x and minus 12x, these are those two numbers which gives us the sum minus 7. So we split this term into two, and if we add these two terms, we will get that same minus 7x. So we did nothing, we only converted this minus 7x term into two different terms, and by adding these two terms, we are getting that same minus 7x term. So this is 3x squared plus 5x minus 12x minus 20 equals to 0. And now from these two terms, we can take x as a common. So we can write that this will be x. Then we can write that this will be 3x plus 5. And similarly, from both of these two terms, we can get minus 4 as common. So we will write minus 4. So this will be 3x and plus 5. And similarly, now this is one term and this is second term. Now from both of these terms, we can take 3x plus 5 as common. So we can write that 3x plus 5, and we are left with x minus 4 equals to 0. Now either this term be equals to 0 now, or we can say x minus 4 is equal to 0. So we can say that 3x plus 5 equals to 0, or x minus 4 equals to 0, or both can be equals to 0. The product is 0, right? So now from this we can say that x is equal to minus 5 divided by 3, or we can say x equals to 4. Now the solution set is minus 5 divided by 3 equal comma 4. So this is the solution of this quadratic equation. If we substitute this value of x in this equation, we will get 0. And if we substitute x equals to 4 in this quadratic equation, this will be we will get 0. So this is how we can solve the quadratic equation by using the factorization method. Let's say we have a quadratic function x square minus x minus 20 equals to 0. So we will find the product. So the product will be this 1 multiplied by minus 20. So 1 into minus 20, we get the product equals to minus 20. Now we need to find such two numbers whose product is minus 20 and whose sum is minus 1. So the required sum is minus 1. So 1 into minus 20. Now let's say 2 into minus 10 is again 20, but the sum is 2 plus minus 10. Again, the sum is not equal to minus 1. This is minus 8. Now we can say 4 into minus 5. 4 into minus 5 is minus 20, and 4 plus minus 5 is minus 1. So these are the two desired number that will give us that sum equals to minus 1. So now we can write this quadratic equation is, we can split the middle term in terms of those two numbers whose sum is minus 1. So x square plus 4x minus 5x minus 20 equals to 0. Now from the first two terms we can take x as common, so this will be x plus 4, and we can take minus 5 as common, so that will be x plus 4 as well. And now from both of these terms we can take x plus 4 as common, so x plus 4 into x minus 5, this will be equals to 0. And similarly we can say that x plus 4 equals to 0 or x minus 5 equals to 0. So from this equation we can say x is equal to minus 4 and x is equal to plus 5. Now the solution set for this particular quadratic equation is minus 4 plus 5. So now if we substitute this x value in that quadratic equation, we will get 0, and x equals to plus 5. If we substitute this value in this equation, we will get the value equals to 0. So this is the solution of solution set of this quadratic equation. So I hope this will help you how to solve a quadratic equation using the factorization method.